Fatality.
Episode 437 for you guys who don't really keep count anymore. This is UFO Buster Radio News, and this is the space episode. We're going to talk about all things that need to be accounted for when it comes to space. And this is, the funny thing is that the reason why I bring the space episode on Tuesday, because back in the day when I was a kid, Tuesday was Space Day. And really, if you look at the news articles that you get, the majority of them all congregate around Tuesday because that is the official space day. Even Bugs knows. He's back here snoring away. It's a fantastic day. We've learned so much on Tuesdays that for fuck's sake, it is amazing, but only for those who give a fuck, because the truth is that a lot of people don't care. A lot of people don't care. They're all about COVID-19. And they're all about freaking meteors, freaking bursting into flames over Japan, which is a fantastic video. If you haven't seen it, search for it. I'm not going to talk about it because it is what it is. That is life on our planet. And again, another reason why we have the end of UFO Buster Radio and the beginning of the Tempest universe. Because that's an example how fucked up the universe is. The fact that with all our technology, fuckers, with all our technologies, even a country that battles Godzilla, the fact that a meteor would sneak by and blow the fuck up in the middle of their sovereign skies is an example of how crazy the universe is. It is a Tempest universe. We're going to talk about a few things today that has to do with that same situation, especially one article that says, geez, we will come to an end eventually no matter what. Whether we do it ourselves or the universe kicks us in the nuggets, it's coming to an end. It is. And I'll be honest with you, this is why I talked about specifically yesterday on Monday's episode about the fact that you can't sit at your home. You got to move. You got to see your planet because one day it won't be there. One day it really won't. But we'll get to that later because there's some crazy ass information that we have for you guys. A lot of follow-ups to previous news articles. But before we get to the first song, to kind of kick off the initial article for today, what's up to Zachariah? Zachariah called in from North Texas, Dallas, and he called in and left a message. The funny thing is that during Thanksgiving, for fuck's sake, I tried so hard to try to play these messages, they would not play. Today, in the morning, at honestly about 5:45 a.m., they actually played. Yeah, Zachariah, I've seen all the messages regarding UFOs over Dallas. And actually, yesterday, when I was looking for UFO stories, I came across one from, believe it or not, Brazil that was talking about a fucking UFO in Irving, Texas. You can't even make this shit up because it's crazy. That is the world of ufology. It's really small. As much as you would like to think that your UFO incident is the shiznit, it's not. But very possibly, your little UFO incident, which you have no fucking evidence about, could end up in a publication in South America somewhere, in Europe, somewhere you have no clue that it made it to, thanks to the internet. And it's amazing. Before we get into the next song, the first song actually, I want to thank you guys, especially the Asgardians, for being live on UFO Buster Radio. And let me just go to roll call right now. We got Dre, Green Man, of course, the one and only Dave from Australia. Game Vet is on there. These guys are what we lovingly call the Asgardians on Discord. They're there all the time. And, you know, though I may not express this all the time, I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful that they're there, that they listen, that they participate, that they share information. Like Dave has been going balls to the wall on this whole monolith thing. I'm going to give a little comment about this later, but it's fucking space, so I won't get really deep into it. But we'll talk about it just in a little bit, just in passing, as you will. But let's get to the first song, so get your glow lights out, because it's hype. Let's talk about Utah real quick. I love the fact that people are out there like trying to solve this shit, but for fuck's sake, anyone who goes out there and removes any monolith, wherever the fuck it is, it could be in the middle of freaking South America, in Brazil. If there's a monolith, leave the fucking thing alone. If it's in Utah, it's too late. They removed that shit. If it's in the middle of fucking Romania, leave the fucking thing there. Here's my thing. We will never know who in the who in the fucking hell put the damn monolith in Utah, because somebody who is a complete tard decided to go and take it among themselves, the responsibility for mankind, to go and remove that shit. No. Don't touch it. I want to know. Listen, I'm just me. I'm just talking about me. I don't know about you guys, but I want to know who the fuck put the thing there to begin with. Was it a tribute to, the Space Odyssey, the film? Was it a tribute to maybe someone that passed along, that died in their lives, and they put that in there because they were a fan of the film? Or maybe they just loved, freaking stainless steel things being erect like that. I don't know. But we will never know the origin of that, because some rubber dicker decided to take it upon themselves to go remove it for no fucking reason. The fucking thing is not harming anyone. Let's get the story. Let's know why it happened. Listen, the fact is, people know already, because the shit was built together with rivets and shit like that, we know it's not alien. There's no secret to that. But the fact that you decided on your own to polish your knob and go out there and take it away, you've ruined the story for us. So we don't know if there was something significant behind the fact that someone took the time to put this together. So for you who did it, You're a fuckhead. And for us, we'll never know the story unless the original person who put this out comes forward and says, hey, I did it because A, B, and C. And the truth is, that's what matters, right? It matters the story of the people that this particular artifact meant something to, not the idiot who wants to do it and remove the shit to get views. And it might be one and the same, for fuck's sake. It might be. But we don't know that yet, to be honest. So let's get on to our first story.
China. 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 China now. China. China. You know, China. I know China very well. China. 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 China.
Northwest Wisconsin, where I'm from.
It's China to me. China. China, 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 China. You want to buy from China? That's great. Buy from China. Buy toys from China. China in particular. China. China.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Murica does some real fucking research. Like, I actually sat down, I actually went to a video of when this particular spacecraft took off, and it was from China. China! It really was. So I listened to the broadcast of the Chang'e 5 freaking orbital or space probe, or whatever the fuck it is, lander, taking off a few weeks ago. And because I was fucking confused. Is it Chang'e 5? Is it Chang'e 5? And even still, I don't even remember. Chang'e 5. That's what it sounded like. They're like, it wasn't a whole change thing. It wasn't. And I know in the last Tuesday, I talked about how the name has to do with the fact that it's related to the goddess of the moon, according to China. Get that culture. Well, it turns out that the lander has fucking landed, and it is getting ready to collect the first samples from the moon. It's really hard, political views aside and bad products, and the fact that return policy from China sucks fucking space balls. Let's take all of that aside. The fact that they're communists, put it aside. Just go ahead. Just wipe it clear from your mind. This is fucking amazing. The fact that China was able to get this lunar probe mission or lander up there to land on the moon today. This is, of course, December 1st, 2020 at 10:11 a.m. Eastern. The damn thing landed and is getting ready to pull the samples. It's an amazing human feat, not a Chinese feat, not, because they kind of eat the things that we like as pets in the United States, but it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with an amazing feat by a human civilization, culture on our planet today that was able to get a probe to the moon to collect 2 kilograms of moon samples. For those of you who don't like draconian math, it is 4.4 pounds. In the next few days, the lander is going to dig deep, 6.5 feet deep, or 2 meters, beneath the surface of the moon in order to get samples to bring back. That is bananas. We in the US are still waiting for SpaceX to have the cojones to finally light the torch on SN8. Even though they have SN fucking 12 and 13 waiting in the background somewhere. I think it's even as far as SN15. Ready to take off. But China decided, fuck all of you and the really rich guy, we are going to go ahead, put our own lander on the moon, bring some rocks back in order to send them to Wuhan to start COVID-45. No one's saying shit about that. No one gives a two flying fucks about it. Now, the funny thing is that in the last few months, we've known that we've discovered the fact that there is H2O, water, on the moon. And now China is poised to be the first country to not only bring back samples, but possibly even bring back samples of the water that has been identified on the moon, for fuck's sake. Like, I'm ready to leave the country. I'm done. Who the fuck is running space? It is Russia and China. The US is 4.2 far fucked in this respect. We are so behind the curve right now. People are bringing freaking samples from everywhere. Freaking Japan, Hayabusa 2 mission is going to deliver pieces from asteroid Ryugu on December 5th. Today is December 1st. In 4 days, we will have samples from an asteroid in the middle of fucking nowhere delivered to the planet. Not from the United States. Not from any of his allies. But Japan is an ally as long as they make great Godzilla movies. But that's it. December 5th. NASA's OSIRIS-REx probe, which collected samples from Bennu in October, that shit's not going to it's not going to get back till 2023. Are you fucking serious? 2023? By that time, COVID-45 has killed the rest of us fuckers, and we're doomed. Completely doomed. This is the stage of space exploration right now, and it is a crazy race. If you don't believe that, you need to at least go to space.com and get on top of all the news that's coming out on a daily basis. Not just on fucking Tuesday, on a daily basis. There are countries around the world that are aiming high, and many of them are getting some serious results. They're not sitting around looking at Russian pee. They're getting serious results. Now, my only concern is, are they ready to keep us from experiencing the madness that they're about to bring back to the planet? I mean, it's great. You got a hard-on for, meteors that are 4.6 billion years old. For fuck's sake, that's fantastic. Bring a piece of that bitch back. But can you keep that shit on lockdown? Can you keep it from possibly spreading a germ that is billions of years old that now you bring back to the planet and you reactivate it? There's a lot of concerns about this, especially if they're using a lab in some unknown city like Wuhan. But it's a problem. It really is. So the race is on. We're bringing shit back from space back to our planet, so get ready. Eventually someone's going to fuck up. Guaranteed it, because that is the human condition. We fuck up because we can. It's innate. It's what we do. Check this out.
Wishing for the kind of love you see in magazines. The illusion falls and nothing's what it seems to be. And the part left is hurting deep inside of me. Heard a whisper, someone saw you at the bar. Was it the same night you had trouble with your car? It's getting old, I've heard your stories told of that. what's been broken. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind. Walking down the street, the rain is pouring down. But my feet are walking to a different sound. I'll leave the bitter taste of love, come back, I'm finally free. The mirror I can see a different me. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind. Love is gone, and there's no road leading us back home. This ain't the first time, but it's the last time. At the bottom of the barrel, there's no love to be found. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind. I'll leave it all behind. I wasted too much time, I've been blind. 'Cause there's no fixing what's been broken. This ain't the first time I'll be drinking you off my mind. It's a good day to be drinking till I'm fine.
Now we're missing some Asgardians on this UFO Buster Radio network, and they will remain nameless. Now, normally in this situation, you would like spill a little bit of your drink for your fallen homies, but Crevassier is just too damn fucking good. For the love of peace, SpaceX is getting it without the grease right now. Besides the fact that even though Elon said he loves the idea that SN8 will crash and fucking burn and wipe out Boca Chica, well, he doesn't love it. But he said he pretty much expects that's the way it's going to go. The folks down in Boca Chica working at the SpaceX facility have been doing their damnedest to make sure the silver phallus does not blow up in everybody's face, because that would be pretty fucking sad. Like, I would be sad. Like, if I walked around with a similar shaped phallus, I'd be upset. But still, SpaceX Texas launch site is undergoing FAA environmental review for Starship. Now, about 6 months ago, there was a story about people up in arms. You know, SpaceX is destroying the environment in Boca Chica. What the fuck did you think was going to happen when you had these newfangled rockets blowing and killing the air around it, burning it to fucking bits just to get the damn rocket off the planet, get into low orbit? You'd have to be a complete fucking moron. I'm going to be honest, and this is why UFO Buster Radio is rejected by many people. But I'm going to be cool with you, and I'm going to tell you that you environmental folks are a bunch of dickheads. You really are. Because how the fuck do you expect to move forward in space exploration and science if you don't kill a couple of birds in burning up the air around the launch site? That's just the way the shit goes. And the funny thing is that many suicidal birds will fly around launch time just so that they can get fricasseed and end up as a nice, cool, finely charred corpse on the launch pad after it takes off. And I'm not even lying about that. Look at most of the launches for any fucking rocket. You will see fucking birds flying around it right before takeoff. Anytime before that, not one fucking bird is there. Right before takeoff, when the countdown starts, the birds appear. It is fucking phenomenal. But some of the birds we don't freaking even eat. So it's a waste of a good carcass. It turns out that at Boca Chica, the FAA is doing an environmental review because Starship, if SN8 fucking works, or 9, or 10, or 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever it is, this could be a problem because when they first submitted the request to be able to shoot up fucking rockets, they didn't include the fact that there had to be a booster. Yeah. A booster that's going to have a lot of fucking engines, Raptor engines, attached to it. Which means it's not just 3 or 1 or 2. It's a lot of Raptor engines. Maybe even in the teens. So on November 23rd, the FAA, known as the Federal Aviation Administration, announced that SpaceX had plans to apply for a license for suborbital and orbital launches of the Starship. Because of that, because initially it wasn't all the way up to orbital, which needs a lot of fucking fuel, a lot of fucking engines. So the silver phallus you see now is going to grow in like 3-fold, 5-fold, 10-fold. But it's going to need a booster that has a lot of damn fuel, a lot of rocket power to take off. So now all of a sudden, the FAA says, hey, this is the next stage for you. And we understand that. You're going to fuck up the environment. You're going to burn it to all fucking hell. But, you know, the folks in the area are still claiming that you're killing the environment, so we need to reassess the situation and provide you a license that allows you to kill most of the wildlife in the area and take off into glory. Thanks, Bugs. Really, that's what it is, right? There is no bones about it. That's what's happening. But I guarantee you, there is not one fucking seagull that flies around the Starship that doesn't know it's going to end up on somebody's plate somewhere. There's a quote here from the FAA that says the proposed update to Starship Super Heavy operations falls outside of the scope of the existing final environmental impact statement. Are you fucking stupid? Did you not see the space shuttle take off? Did that shit take off on its own? No, fuckers. It had a booster rocket. It had a tank full of fucking fuel and 2 little booster rockets that would take off on their own direction and end up in the ocean somewhere to be recovered. That shit happened in Florida for fucking years. Do you see Florida feeling the effects of an environmental decay? You're fucking kidding me. You really are. Anyway, let me continue with what they say. And the record of decision for the launch site and requires additional environmental review under the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA, might as well call it nipple, the FAA said in a statement. Yeah, so NEPA apparently helps ensure the environment impacts are assessed during the launch licensing process. In order to receive the appropriate license for suborbital and orbital launches, SpaceX must follow environmental and safety guidelines. In addition, the company must develop agreements for the license application according to the statement. What the fuck is a license? We're going to blow the shit up. It's a fucking rocket. It's not a firecracker. It's not freaking a barnyard fire. It's a rocket. It is the most advanced rocket known to man. Fuckers. Deal with it. Just deal with it. If you haven't sold your property in Boca Chica, you're fucked. According to Elon, the SNA takeoff should happen tomorrow on Wednesday, December 2nd. I'm not even fucking holding my breath anymore. Who the fuck knows? But if it happens tomorrow, you will get a glimpse of the Starship with 3 Raptor engines taking off from land. Keep in mind that at the point where SpaceX gets to landing on the moon, that phallus, that silver phallus that likes to wave in the wind, will be sitting on a booster rocket that's probably twice the size of the actual Starship. It's a tall ass bitch. And the environment will be fucked in many ways. So this whole thing about red tape and trying to save the environment, just forget about it. Stick your head in the sand and realize that the environment is 4.2 far fucked in Boca Chica, and we can charge it to the game, as they say, because everybody else is getting way ahead in the space game. And I'm sorry, but Elon, really, you must let go of trying to be 100% correct about saving SNA. Let the bitch blow, as far as I'm concerned. Let's get space on track. The U.S. is falling behind. I feel like that's not the right song, is it? Did I get the right song? Yeah, maybe I did.
Keep thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here. So come home, why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. Wizard of Oz can undo what I've done. Completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse. I gotta get away now, but I can't seem to take the lead. Oh baby, how could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. Still, I find myself hoping that you'll find your way back to me. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here. So come home, why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You got me stone
don't fucking scream at me.
Where's
you
the money?
dumb fuck you? Look at you with your fucking 48% body fat and.
Listen, this next article goes out to folks in India. So, UFO Buster Radio is coming to an end. There is no doubt about it. The countdown has begun. 12/1/2020. In 31 days, it comes to an end. In many ways, I'm happy about it. In a lot of ways, I'm kind of sad because I met a lot of people throughout the years in doing podcast episodes and interviews and just messaging people. But for fuck's sake, it's going to come to an end. The sad part about it is that the folks in India just got on the bandwagon. You guys in India who are listening, you need to find us. Look at the description. Look at the new home, the Tempest Universe, because we're gonna be talking shit about India quite a bit. Because for fuck, god damn it all to hell, Russia is no one to fuck with. Here's the deal. India is launching a mission to Venus in 2024 after pandemic delays. Now, we gotta talk about this. Namaste, number one. Number two is, why the fuck is it going to take you 3 additional years after COVID-19? The damn vaccine is around the corner. Yeah, there's some fucked up side effects, but it's okay. It's okay if your eyes go in different directions or you end up with a third leg. Some of you who are 17 are okay with that. You end up with a fourth leg. But India in 2024 is planning to go to Venus, and I don't understand. You guys are going in the opposite direction. Like, we laughed our asses off when Russia said that Venus was their planet, and they were saying, fuck Mars, we're going to Venus. It is in the wrong direction. This is why we are creating the Tempest universe, because the universe is fucked up. Sometimes it fucks up with our heads. It really does. It makes us think crazy, because you're heading towards a hot zone. If you're looking to sustain life for quite a few millennia, you don't want to go to where it's fucking hotter. You want to go to where it's a little cooler, like Mars. That's where everyone else is going, but you want to follow the Russians. The India Space Research Organization, also known as ISRO, wants to study Venus for 4 fucking years, according to Space News. I don't understand why. Like, literally, like, you guys, coronavirus is still fucking people up. So you basically have from now, 2020 to 2024 to change your fucking minds. Don't do it. Russia already said a couple of months ago, this is a Russian planet. It's our planet. We don't give a fuck who you are. We're claiming this bitch. We're trumping a flag on this bitch that's fire retardant. It won't even burn on Venus. So we're going down there. We're collecting all the samples. We're flying through all the fucking cloudy mess in the atmosphere, and we're finding about proteins. Even though recently somebody said there's no fucking proteins. It is a Russian planet. We will do it. But the message did not get to ISRO. Yeah, the India Space Research Organization did not get the 411 that that's a Russian planet. But they're still going forward. They're going to get down with this. They're going to send their spacecraft to spend 4 years, 4 wasted fucking years on a hot-ass planet to look for shit that they actually put out to the general public to vote on what instruments Israel would have. You would never fucking catch NASA doing that. Additionally, you would never catch the Russians saying, hey, comrade, Besbidanya, would you like to pick for us the instruments that will be part of our new adventure? No. So that would not happen. No one in Russia gives two fucking fucks about the common man's point of view. And the fact that India did it is just fucking crazy. Do what you gotta do. Israel apparently was aiming for a mid-2023 launch when it realized that its call for instruments in 2018 did not reach what they needed as part of the survey for the planning committee. And so they decided to move the launch to December 2024. In September, the French space agency CNES, who knows what the fuck that means, decided they're also going to add an instrument to India's launch to Venus. But listen, we've talked about the fact that Venus was claimed by Russia, so Russia will also collaborate with India and the French to add another instrument to this particular mission. Do you realize, India, that this particular instrument will probably take over your entire fucking craft, your entire probe, and it will become a Russian probe in the long haul? It's going to sit there with a virus collecting all kinds of information that you had no idea you could recover. Roscosmos gives no fucks. You're launching a vehicle to their planet, their proclaimed planet, and they will steal all your fucking data, the identity of your people, fuck up their credit bureaus, and vote for a president or a leader in your country which you had no idea could actually fucking win. This is the way the Russians work. It's been a proven fact. I don't even know. You guys who are listening in Russia, that's just the way it is perceived. But if you're more than welcome to call UFO Buster Radio before December 31st, 2020, can give us your perspective on what the world looks like. But this is the way the world sees you. So in 2024, get ready. Russia is partnering with India and France to go back to Venus to do who the fuck knows what. The instruments on this particular vehicle haven't been finalized, so there could be a lot of things. I know most of it has to do with the fact that the atmosphere is cloudy and measuring what that's about. But it is a fucking guess what will end up being on that particular probe by the time launch time comes around, or if it even happens. Because I guarantee you, if we return samples from asteroids and the moon, and there is life on these celestial bodies, there's a lot of governments out there who have space agencies who will definitely change what their mission is, because someone has got to identify what the fuck is life in our solar system. And there will be a race to be the first one to map DNA, map the proteins that make that life possible, and identify that, and even try to correlate that to life on Earth. It's a race, folks. Maybe even a race that's already happened, and we don't know about it yet. But it's coming.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an air.
I spent a lot of time talking about people who look 4.2 far, billions of light years into the past, only to come up broke as fuck. Like with zero answers. Like the shit is old, we get it. Like anything that's more than a light year old, like if it's in the millions or billions, you're wasting your fucking time. Like they should really take everyone in science that is looking at things 4.2 far, take those bitches and throw them all into the Marianas Trench. Discover that shit, bitches. It's right here. You don't even got to spend your time basically training to have Coke bottle glasses. You can just put a dive helmet, create yourself a nice deep dive vehicle, and go down into the trench and figure that shit out. It'll only take you a few years. A few years that would be, in many ways, fruitful for you than sitting around trying to figure out what the fuck the universe looked like billions of years ago. I'm just saying. But sadly enough, the next story tells us about a few intrepid fuckers who gave us some bad news. And that's a true story. This comes from Japan, as a matter of fact. New data reveals Earth is closer to a black hole and is moving 16,000 miles per hour faster than what we thought it was many fucking moons ago. A Japanese radio astronomy project revealed that Earth is moving 2,000 light years closer to the supermassive black hole at the Milky Way center. Fucking gloom and doom. Tempest universe. Gloom and fucking doom. All together. You know, it's crazy because the universe is going to fuck us no matter what. It's going to fuck everything in the planet, in the universe. Black holes, dark matter. There is a universe that is stormy, it is dark, and it's ready to eat everything up. But at the same time, we're trying our best as humans, and our best is not that good, to really make things work, to explore, to learn more. And thanks to these folks in Japan, because Godzilla is not enough, they actually came up with some new calculations that haven't been really looked at since 1985. Wasn't that when Ghostbusters came out? I don't know. It may be. I remember Ghostbusters was like in the 80s. But still, apparently the black hole, the supermassive black hole that is part of our particular galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, Sagittarius A. If you're a Sagittarius, we fucking hate you right now. Apparently our planet, it's moving 7 kilometers per second faster than what they thought back in 1985. And if you're not into draconian math, that is 16,000 miles per hour faster. That means that this black hole is only 25.8 light years, 28,800 actually, light years away from our planet. The 1985 calculation put it at 27,700 light years. You basically, in 25,000 some odd light years, you will realize the planet is fucked if you are, or your descendants, many generations apart, or even around. You'll realize that the planet and our solar system is coming to an end and will be sucked into a supermassive black hole. This is the perils of the universe. This is the perils of science today. No matter what the fuck you hear today, in about a few years, it will be completely fucking wrong because that theory was 4.2 far fucked. Here's an example of it. So since 1985, we've been sitting around thinking we were good by about 2,000 light years. We're not. I would imagine that the closer the planet gets to the center of our Milky Way galaxy, the faster it'll move. Someone at the International Astronomical Union did not take that into consideration, I believe. The outcome of this study is that the Earth is in more danger from the black hole, but reflects better modeling of the galaxy. Yeah, there's a silver lining to this. We know more about the galaxy, for fuck's sake, but we're fucked a lot sooner than what we thought. There is no doubt that mankind as it is today will not make it to that final day when the Earth is sucked into a black hole. Sagittarius, if you're one, you suck. But for us today, that doesn't mean shit because we barely know our planet. We don't know what's in our oceans. And the truth is that many of that is in jeopardy of disappearing. This comes together with my rant yesterday. Know your planet. Don't be stuck in the environment that you know. Learn the environment that you will one day regret not being a part of. I have plans to do that in 2021, and I'm going to share it as part of the Tempest universe in a lot of different ways, whether it be the podcast, whether it be YouTube. This planet is coming to an end, whether it be because you kicked the bucket or because nature has deemed it that it needs to go. But while you're alive now, you need to enjoy it. You need to be part of it. You need to experience it. Because thanks to science, 2,000 light years less than what we originally thought, it all comes to an end. Whether you were a good person, whether you were a bad person, whether or not you were a rubber-dicker or you were cool, calm, and collected, and appreciated the people around you, it will all come to an end. Experience it now. Be part of the Earth today and what it has to offer. This is the end of the podcast. I appreciate all you guys for listening. And hopefully, by the time January 1st comes around, we'll have about 4 or 5 episodes ready to be launched on that day. But the biggest thing is we are going to do our best to be live and ensure that you have an avenue to express yourself and not be afraid of any repercussions. Because time is short. Your life is really short compared to the life of the universe. And so I, as Manny Moorraker and the Asgardians, we want you to enjoy it to the fullest, regardless of what you believe in. It's your time, and it's now. Ciao.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record. For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the all record all.
off record, I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record, I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence, adolescent presence, also coming to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but the moves are looser. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winnings when I know you're losing. So I went to winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I had to pivot, shooting the bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke, tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps.
Whoa, 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 whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record.